Phyllis Davis, A Portrait Drawn in Soft Lines. Phyllis Davis never entered a room as a declaration. She arrived as a pause. Her presence carried the ease of someone comfortable with silence, someone who understood that meaning does not always need volume. There was refinement in the way she existed, unforced, attentive, deeply human. To look at her photographs is not simply to observe a woman over time, but to witness a life lived with intention and quiet awareness. Her images do not ask to be admired. They ask to be felt. Where many lives are documented through posed milestones and polished moments, Phyllis's photographic legacy rests in the in-between. A half-smile caught before laughter fully arrives. A thoughtful gaze drifting past the camera. Light falling across her face as though it chose her deliberately. These photographs feel less like records and more like conversations interrupted, moments left slightly open so the viewer can step inside. Phyllis gravitated toward the ordinary, not because it was simple, but because it was honest. Her life unfolded in small rituals and fleeting scenes. Afternoon conversations, solitary walks, the quiet companionship of books and windows. In one image, she leans against a doorframe, listening rather than speaking. In another, she stands outdoors, shoulders relaxed, as though time itself had slowed to meet her pace. Nothing is overstated, yet nothing is empty. As the years move forward through her albums, the emotional register shifts. Youth brings brightness, movement, spontaneity, the joyful messiness of discovery. Later images reveal something deeper: steadiness. The softness does not fade. It matures. Her expressions grow calmer, more assured, shaped by experience rather than performance. This is not the confidence of someone seeking validation, but of someone who has made peace with change. There is a particular photograph often remembered. Phyllis seated by a window, book in hand, sunlight tracing the quiet geometry of the room. She appears suspended between thought and feeling, fully present yet inwardly expansive. It reflects how she understood memory itself, not as something loud or fixed, but as something gentle, held rather than displayed. To her, photographs were not trophies of the past, but vessels, carrying emotion forward without distortion. What defines Phyllis Davis's photographic story is its integrity. Nothing is staged to impress, nothing edited to convince. Each image respects the moment it captures. Friends appear as they were, rooms remain imperfect, laughter arrives unscripted. In an age obsessed with presentation, her collection feels almost radical in its restraint. Her legacy is not one of spectacle, but of attentiveness. Through her photographs, Phyllis reminds us that elegance does not announce itself. It resides in how we notice, how we pause, how we choose to inhabit the world. And perhaps most powerfully, she shows us that the quietest lives often leave the deepest impressions.